Needing some tips to become the perfect Stardew Valley farmer? Here are 10 mistakes Stardew Valley players make that can be improved to make you an efficient farmer. Hey guys, it's your girl Fuzz. Welcome back to another Stardew Valley video. Here are 10 tips that I can suggest as a late game Stardew Valley player to make you that much more of an efficient farmer. Number 10 is to be sure that you plan ahead. Every season has 28 days in there, which means there's exactly 4 weeks in every season. As you may have realized, there are certain seeds that grow in every season, with only a handful that overlap into the next month, such as wheat that grows in both summer and fall. Do consider the timing of your crops, as any crop that does not fully grow before the end of the season will die. Plan out which crops you need for recipes or to use on your farm, and to also plan out which crops you want to grow for more gold to be sold. Number 9 is considering the bundles that are in the community center. If you are completing the community center instead of the Jojo Mart way, there are items that are season specific. Even though you shouldn't rush completing the community center, one of the greater bundles to complete is the pantry bundle. This will unlock the greenhouse on your farm, which allows you to grow any crop in any season inside. But to complete this bundle, the crops required will be season specific. Take note of these crops to prepare yourself for each season. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till the next year to appear to grow these crops. I plan on making a breakdown of this bundle so that you'll grow what is required efficiently for each season to hopefully complete this bundle earlier on. Number 8 is making sure that you don't forget to feed the animals. A different mention to me, but if you are planning to have coops and barns on your farm, be sure to keep them happy and fed. This can not only affect the amount of produce that they produce on your farm, but also the quality of it too. For example, milk compared to the large milk. The animals' friendship works very similar to dating a bachelor or bachelorette in Stardew Valley. The animals have 5 hearts and will need 1,000 friendship points for 5 hearts. Petting them daily gains you 15 friendship points, milking or sharing them grants you 5 friendship points, and having them eat grass outside gains you 8 friendship points. However, not feeding them loses you 20 friendship points, and not petting them loses you between 5 to 10 friendship points. Their mood from being taken care of will determine their produce quality, so always make time to take care of your animals every morning. Number 7 is making sure you know which fertilizer you are using. If you play Stardew Valley for a bit, you should know that there are 3 different types of fertilizers: normal fertilizer, retaining soil, and speed grows. Each of these have 2 variations to them, or 3 different variations if you've got the 1.5 update. Knowing and using all 3 of these will make that much more of a difference. For example, fertilizer will assist by increasing the quality of the soil, whereas speed grows will assist in speeding the growth rate of that crop. Just like in tip number 10, timing is important, and being efficient in your timing is important. If you plan on growing certain crops quicker, then speed grow is your choice. However, if you want there to be a chance for crops to be watered overnight to save you time and energy, then retaining soil is probably a better choice. Basic fertilizer, or its better equivalent, quality fertilizer, are great early fertilizers to increase the crop's quality, thus increasing its value when sold, which in turn will make you more money. Just like crops, fertilizers will generally disappear into the next season. Unless the crop that you are growing grows into the next season, then the fertilizer will stay. Number 6 is utilizing your farm space. If you have chosen a farm that isn't the normal standard farm, the space applied to you may be a little more limited, which means there is more planning required. Be sure to use every space on your farm as efficiently as you can. If a sprinkler, for example, isn't reaching a certain crop, maybe move the sprinkler into a different place, or maybe craft a better sprinkler. If there is some empty space on your farm, why not use it for some crops? I always suggest to use sprinklers which are available at level 2, level 6, and level 9. Obviously, the iridium sprinkler at level 9 is the better version as it covers more space. Either plan on making a bunch of these or buy them once every Friday from Crocus in the sewers if you've unlocked them. Restrict yourself from having to water your crops so you have more time to explore the depths of Pelican Town. If you need some layout tips for your farm, I have a farm layout idea video on each of the farms available in Stardew Valley. The playlist for these videos are down in the description. Number 5 is being aware that winter is coming. Winter is a season that most Stardew Valley players dislike. Not only will it interrupt a lot of the farm situations, but it can also decrease your chance of making a lot of money on your farm. Obviously, any task off of the farm, such as fishing and mining, will be more useful during this season. There are some things you can plan before and during the season start. For example, grass will disappear from the farm if not eaten by animals, or if you haven't used a scythe on them. Be sure to remember to use your scythe on these prior to winter. Also, all crops will not grow in winter unless you've planted winter wild seeds, which are available to craft at foraging level 7, or fiber seeds from Lioness's space special order in the 1.5 update. Also, the animals will not leave their respective buildings, so be sure to buy them a heater for 2,000 gold from Mani to ensure the animals are kept happy during winter. Upgrade your tools and your buildings whilst grabbing supplies and preparing yourself for spring. Number 4 is maximizing the sale value of your crops. It may be fun to make your farm look pretty using different crops, but every crop in the game will sell for different amounts, and their star quality rating will also affect that. Keep this in mind when planting your crops. If your crops are used for making money and not used for recipes, keep in mind which crops are best to sell. For example, for spring, rhubarb in your second year is the most valuable crop to sell. The seed is bought for 100 gold from the oasis and has a base sell price of 220 gold, which is 120 gold profit minimum per crop. Otherwise, it will be cauliflower. The seed is sold for 80 gold and has a base sell of 175 gold, which is a 95 gold base sell price. Compared to parsnip, which has a base sell price of 10 gold per crop, these other crops sound like a better idea. Number 3 is your energy consumption. This might be a no-brainer, but energy consumption in Stardew Valley is quite important. Depending on what your plans are for the day, you may need to equip yourself with food to sustain yourself throughout the day. For example, if your farm has no sprinklers, but many crops, you may find yourself sitting on your farm, watering your crops for half the day, meaning you have less time to go fishing or to go to the mines or to love your favorite character. Be sure to keep your energy usage on your farm to a minimum, or keep random food handy with you, such as cave carrots regularly found in the mines, or by buying a cooked dish from Gus at the Stardrop Saloon, which can help your daily adventures in the long run. Plan out your days and get off your farm to enjoy the day. Number 2 is having chests for better organization. Using chests not only is a great way to organize your items efficiently, but can also assist in your daily, if not seasonal tasks, such as having a chest of items or crops specific for each season is a great way to avoid confusion and running around your farm. Keep your chests for things like going to the mines, or items that certain NPCs like, or chests of certain commonality like pathing pieces or minerals. I highly suggest having a space in a shed specific for these chests. Be sure to check these regularly in case there are items needed for the museum or crops that have no other use than to be sold for a profit. Being organized with your items and your chests can make that much more of a difference. And my number 1 tip is utilizing the greenhouse as soon as it's completed. As mentioned previously, there's no need to rush the community center if this is your chosen route of gameplay, but the greenhouse can be very beneficial, especially earlier on. I would suggest reserving the greenhouse for crops that sell for a lot, as any crop can grow within the greenhouse at any time. The spacing of the greenhouse is a 12 by 10 spacing. However, sprinklers can be placed inside and they can be placed around the crop flooring, giving you space to place down either 16 quality sprinklers to cover 108 crop spaces, or 6 iridium sprinklers to cover 116 crop spaces. If you've gotten yourself the 1.5 update, this is the best layout for your greenhouse, and this was taken from the Stardew Valley wiki. That is 5 iridium sprinklers with pressure nozzles on them to reach 119 crops. Crops such as ancient fruit or starfruit should be grown for both profit and to be turned around into making wine for even more profit. Or you can just straight up grow sweet gem berries, which can be bought from the traveling cart at max 1,000 gold, but have a monthly return of 2,750 per crop. Other crops such as coffee beans, cranberries, and blueberries are also a great idea, as they will continue to produce crops even after harvesting. Also, fruit trees can grow indoors, and they will always produce fruit no matter the season. The most profitable are mangoes, peaches, pomegranates, and mangoes if the 1.5 update is available. Otherwise, peaches and pomegranates will return you the most. Keep preserve jars around the trees to preserve your fruit to make even more income from them. If you've got any other farming tips, why not comment it down below? If you want to catch me live, I'm on twitch.tv/Fuzzerino. I hope to see you next time. Take care.